politicians that I'm running against now, they're trying to disassociate. I mean, you looked at Bush, it took him 5 days to answer the question on Iraq. He couldn't answer the question, he didn't know. I said, is he intelligent? Then I looked at Rubio. He was unable to answer the question. Is Iraq a good thing or a bad thing? He didn't know. He couldn't answer the question. How are these people going to lead us? How are we going to go back and make it great again? We can't. They don't have a clue. They can't lead us.
All right. And today, folks, Donald Trump trashing Bush for not wearing a suit or a jacket and a tie, and Rubio's something about his hair. I don't know. Joining us now is Roger Simon, co-founder of PJ Media, award-winning novelist, and of course part of the PJ Media Diary of a Mad Voter series. Hello, sir.
Well, hi, hello to you, but I have to admit I'm a man with no hair. So, also, a couple of years, in 2011 it was, I made a video about Donald Trump that explained what he really should be doing, which is not running for president. It's a waste of his skills.
Well, you wrote a piece at PJ Media, says, which was titled, Trump Announces for Presidency, Misses True Calling. What would that true calling be, pray tell?
Oh, he takes over the UN and makes it into the Trump UN. I mean, that would be the single most valuable condo units in the world going away, and it would be useful for his skills. He knows how to do that better than run for president.
There you go.
And think of all the units that could be put in there for deposed dictators.
A home for deposed dictators. I love it.
That's what they could do with Assad. They got to get him out of there sooner or later, right? So
they put him up at the Trump.
Give him a condo unit at the UN. All right.
All right. Now I understand that you have a big announcement to make on this show, and yes, somehow it relates to this Rachel woman who thinks she's black when she's white.
Well, she made a big mistake because she picked the wrong thing. I am going to make my announcement. I am Chinese.
You're Chinese?
Yes, that's what's happening now. Black is passé. I mean, rap is still around, but it's sort of going down. I mean, the NBA is up. Stephen Curry looks pretty good. But being Chinese is the thing. So I'm going Chinese. I mean, they just took over the South China Sea. No one is opposing them. It's time to be Chinese. Not time to be black. This woman is really passé.
Oh, so you're talking about like a Chinese person from China, not like a Chinese American.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Chinese. I'm not a Maoist exactly. I'm a quasi-Maoist. But I've got that way. I'm gonna have the big bucks, lots of control, a penthouse in Shanghai. I'm in.
All right. Let's.
This woman just doesn't got the right thing.
Well, what do you? I mean, this woman. I mean, she actually said now she's being accused reportedly of some kind of misconduct on the job. I mean, here's the thing. If you want to be a crackpot and claim you're black, and even today she questioned, she said, I can't prove those are my biological parents. And the woman said to her, there's a birth certificate. And she said, yeah, but I don't know if I'm the right child. So if she wants to take that route, and she started drawing herself as black or brown with the brown crayon at age 5, then how did you sue Howard University as a college student claiming discrimination because you're white?
Yeah. Well, here's the real big question is, why are we spending even 2 minutes thinking about this?
I know.
I mean, she's just a nitwit, and that is it. And the fact that we're it's pathetic for the NAACP, and they should be terminally embarrassed. But aside from that, I mean, they don't do much due diligence, as we used to say, in looking into who their employees are, because about 2 minutes worth would have exposed this woman as a real kook. However, aside from that, this is really the biggest nothing burger to come down the pike in years, although it's funny.
All right, you also wrote a piece about Marco Rubio, and you were great. Hillary came out on Saturday and first of all misquoted the lyrics to Yesterday, which was pathetic, and then she accused basically all the Republican candidates of believing in yesterday, wanting to live in yesterday, and of course Marco Rubio put out an ad like 2 hours later with his his campaign announcement where he said yesterday is over.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I have to say about Marco Rubio, knowing him slightly, he's more into the music of today than I am. I mean, I know the lyrics of Yesterday way better than Hillary.
Absolutely.
I probably, I was sort of awake then. I don't know if she was, but Marco was actually into all this Cuban rap and stuff that I don't know about. He was probably good stuff.
I mean, there's Hillary. And by the way, there are polls out now today that show that in swing states, Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, she is way underwater when it comes to trustworthiness and honesty, as she has been in the national polls. Yet on Sunday, one of her campaign heads, some guy, I don't even know who it is, I forget his name, actually challenged the host of the Sunday show when he brought that up and said, whoa, 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 there are no polls that show Hillary is untrustworthy. Every poll has shown that.
You know, it's really interesting. That is the essence of what preserves this progressive BS that we listen to. It's this. You know, every liberal I talk to will not discuss politics anymore. They won't discuss it. It's blind faith. And that's what this guy's expressing, blind faith.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so Trump, any good out of Trump's candidacy as far as you see it?
Jokes. And as you know, I'm down with jokes.
You're down with jokes. Well, now you're down. Now you're down with Chinese jokes.
Right. Well, I'm telling you, if you really want to be something else, be Chinese, because and there's some seriousness behind the joke, because they've just announced, I think today, that they've taken over the entire South China Sea, while our government...
Roger, I always knew you craved military power and geography. This just proves it. Roger, great talking to you. Read him at pjmedia.com. We're coming back with more of the Steve Mazlberg Show next. Don't go away.